The most renowned of many great Yankees managers, Casey Stengel, was nearly 60 when he got the job. He wasn't a popular choice. Widely regarded as a buffoon whose signal talent was distracting reporters and fans from the general wretchedness of his teams, Stengel had spent a quarter-century being hired and fired, often in the minor leagues. But what Stengel lacked in accomplishments, he compensated for in practical knowledge and longevity. Had spent a full working life observing the game from the inside before getting his big shot. His 7 World Series titles in New York, including 5 in a row, rather repaid the gamble. Story continues below advertisement. That's what managers and coaches used to be, older men what come up hard, slowly accruing their bona fides over decades. It wasn't necessarily the right or the wrong way, but it was the done way. Sports in general, and baseball in particular, have begun a hard turn in the other direction. The new manager, or executive, must be young, vibrant, have no settled ideas, or any public ideas at all. Given the choice between innocence and experience, a blank slate is becoming preferred. The most extreme example yet of this trend is Aaron Boone. This past week, the Yankees chose the 44-year-old as their new manager. Boone played the game well, but has never coached at any level. Since retiring as a player, he's worked as a TV analyst. Given the Yankees' profile, it is not unlike being appointed president of Google shortly after getting your computer engineering degree. The choice is so unlikely even Boone didn't think it possible. He had applied in the past for jobs in New York's front office and on its coaching staff, and didn't get them. When the manager's job came open, it was New York Graham Brian Cashman who reached out, rather than the other way around. Story continues below advertisement. Story continues below advertisement. The only managerial credential Boone could come up with shortly after his interview was that had been preparing for this job my entire life. I've been going to the ballpark since I was 3 or 4 years old. If that's the measure, thousands of people, once we count particularly avid spectators, hundreds of thousands, have the same claim on the job. Putting knowledge and skill aside, there are 2 barriers that separate all of us from the Yankees job: who we know and how we talk. That's a hard line. Only a few people are eligible in the first case, those who played baseball professionally. Having ticked off the first box automatically assumes you have taken care of the second. The most important thing about a baseball manager is that he looks and sounds like a baseball manager. That's how John Farrell keeps getting gigs. These 2 qualifications are less important for executives, since the public does not see much of them and never in uniform. Story continues below advertisement. Actually, the more a VP of baseball operations seems like a Silicon Valley geek, the more serious and thoughtful people now believe him to be. That's why the outsider/youth movement swept through those ranks first. 30 years ago, most of the men now held up as the best executives in baseball: Chicago's Theo Epstein, never played, L.A.S. Faranzidi, did a Ph.D. in economics, or Alex Anthopoulos, raised to assume control of his family's heating business, might got a job in the accounting department.